It's the Eufy Clean X9 Pro vacuum and mop. Let me tell you all about it. Welcome everybody to AppleInsider. It is Andrew here, and I get to tell you all about the Eufy Clean X9 Pro. This is a smart robot that will vacuum and clean every nook and cranny in your house. And there's some pretty cool features that I am excited to tell you about. Before we get into it, I do need to thank Eufy for sponsoring this video. It's sponsors like them that make our channel possible. So let's go ahead and dive into what makes this robot so special. The Eufy X9 Pro is a pretty cool robot vacuum cleaner. So first, not only can it vacuum, but it can also mop your floors with these dual rotating brush heads that can even exert downward pressure while they're mopping. It'll go ahead and refill with clean water, clean these mop heads, and even dry them. Plus, these mop heads will raise themselves as it goes over a carpet to help prevent cross-contamination so you don't get your hardwood floor dirtiness all over your carpets. Let's talk a little bit more about the specs of this machine. Eufy says the Clean X9 Pro has 5,500 pascals of suction. It uses 3D depth of field sensors and an RGB camera for obstacle avoidance. That way it doesn't run into shoes, baby toys, dog toys, anything like that. There, of course, are the dual rotating mop heads located on the bottom and a station that'll charge the robot, clean the mops, add clean water, and dry the mop heads once it's done. In my testing, what I was most impressed by was its mopping capabilities. See, not only does it have those two brushes on there, but it's actually pressing down as it is mopping. So there's 1 kilogram of force that Eufy says it presses down with that's going to help scrub on those hardwood floors. It's going to more easily get off sticky or, stuck on substances that normal mops probably wouldn't get. It would just drag right over. This is great here in Ohio. We're going into winter, which means I'm going to have like salt all over the floor in the entranceway. We've got dogs that are constantly tracking in like muddy and wet paw prints through the back door. And we've got a little one, which means he is spilling things like applesauce and milk all over the floors that constantly need cleaned. And this is such an easy way, like we can feed him and then just send the mop to go clean the kitchen and we're good to go. Once it's done cleaning, it's going to go ahead and return back to that docking station that can do so many things. But one of the things that sets it apart is that after it cleans the mop heads, it actually blows them dry. So there's air that comes out at 40 degrees Celsius that will help dry these quicker and prevents any bacteria buildup. That bacteria can lead to smells. So in my testing in the past couple weeks, this thing has not smelled, which is really saying something because there's ones that I've tested in the past that did tend to smell after that bacteria and stuff built up over a little bit of time. Compared to the competition, Eufy is doing some things right. To take that hot air, for example, it's blowing out at 40 degrees Celsius, which is over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That is really warm air that is helping keep those things dry and dry them quicker than a lot of the competition does. Additionally, that downward pressure on those mop heads, it's a full kilogram of pressure compared to some others that are only around like 600, if anything at all. So a good amount of pressure, and in my testing, it did do a good job of getting off more sticky substances that other mops would leave behind. Then there is how much those mops will raise up when they go over carpet. This was huge in my testing because in our baby room we have a pretty high pile carpet, and even some of the other vacuum cleaners that I had tested would raise it up only about 5 millimeters or so, maybe 6 millimeters. Eufy is claiming a full 12 millimeters of clearance, over a centimeter. So as it went into our son's room and over some of these like more shaggy carpets in our living room, that mop cleared it. There was no touching of the mop to the carpet, and that makes a big difference for cross-contamination, and you're not going to get your carpets or your rugs wet from the mops that had just been cleaning your hardwood floors. So yeah, 3 things that definitely put it against the competition. Anytime I review a product here on AppleInsider, I'm always going to be 100% honest with you guys. Earlier this year, Eufy was in the news for a security issue that arose from its cameras when they weren't fully end-to-end encrypted, despite the company saying that they were. Since then, Eufy has been working hard to rehab its image. It's brought on external security and penetration testing firms to help audit Eufy's security practices. It also announced that it's working with HackerOne to develop a bug bounty program that'll help catch issues should they arise. Eufy has stressed that security and privacy are top priorities, and it'll continue to do better in the future. I've been testing out the Eufy Clean X9 Pro in my home for the past few weeks, and it has continued to be one of the best smart vacuum cleaner and mops that I've tested. The mopping capabilities especially help set it apart in an increasingly crowded market. If you guys would like to try the eufy Clean X9 Pro for yourself, there's a link down below in the description and pinned in the comments. Thank you again to eufy for sponsoring this video. It's sponsors like you that make our channel happen. Thanks again, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next video.